Hey everybody, it's JB here once again, and I'm about to tackle two rather difficult levels. So let's begin. This level is that infamous dirt and invisible wall thing I was telling you guys about earlier. And as you can see, yeah, this level is pretty difficult unless you can keep track of where you're going pretty easily. And even easily is probably not exactly a very appropriate word because it is pretty hard. And there's some loops around here, and so if you're trying to follow the left wall or things like that, it can get pretty bad. So you kind of just want to just keep track of, once again, keep track of where you're going. I can't say that enough here, because believe me, it will save your life in the end here. So I'm just trying to go around counterclockwise, just stick to that kind of route, and I'm hoping this will help. And I'm kind of abandoning some paths, which I know is probably not a good idea. And up here, okay, yeah, I missed a chip up here. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the problem. If you miss a chip, then you have to backtrack and you have less reference for where you're going. And the nice thing is, if you do leave dirt in, at least you do have some reference for where you can go. And I believe we left off over here somewhere, didn't we? We did. Oh, no, 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 please. Oh, I thought there was some route that we took from there, right? Or was it from here? Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is it. Alright, is there something up here? Yes, okay. I'm probably taking like the completely impractical route here. Alright, okay, there's another one there. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, we can complete this with plenty of time left, guys. We only got 4 chips left, and I know 2 of them are like clustered right here. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, that one is way over there, isn't it? Oh, we should have gotten that one. Oh no, no. Oh man. Okay. Alright. Let's try to get back there. Come on. There we go. Come on. Over. Almost. Almost. There we go. Okay. So we're going to have to remember how to get back. Wait, can we get over... Whoa, my voice just totally squeaked right there. Can we get over here from there? Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to try. Okay. I am just going to go through the other route that we didn't take at first. And I'm hoping we can get back safely. Because this is taking much longer than I was hoping it would take. And... oh no. Oh, please don't tell me we can't get back down there. There's got to be a way back down. Here we go. Alright, good, good, good. Alright, we made it. Possibly. Okay, how do you get over there? I thought there was... oh, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. Yes, awesome. Alright. Oh, wait, we forgot to get... duh. Man, I am totally not with it here today, guys. Come on, there we go. Okay. So after you get this chip, you just have to backtrack here. I'm trying to remember the routes without having to stop so much. There we go. Alright, we finished Vanishing Act. Yay. So now we can move on to this next brain buster, as they talk about in this decade message. Wow. Which is called Writer's Block. And this was the level that you would have skipped had you entered the first cipher password, LOIO. And yes, it is a long block pushing level. Yeah. So the main challenge in this level is just making sure you don't waste blocks, because I believe you get just enough to survive. So I'm going to push this one in here because we had to sacrifice 1 block. And hang on a sec. Okay, I think we got this. Okay. Yeah. So guess what, everybody? It's time for more stories! Yay! And today I'm going to be telling you a few stories. Not quite as long as the last one, I'm hoping, but just a few more childhood memories. Because I love nostalgia. I really do. If you know me pretty well, you might know that I love nostalgia. But anyhow, let's see. Micro Machines. I should talk about Micro Machines. Okay, how many of you guys played with Micro Machines when you were a kid? Okay, don't lie. I see those hands raised. Okay, not really, but anyway, Micro Machines. You know how when if you ever collected them, they always said on the back of the box, they always had this picture of this big giant mega city, with all the different micro machine sets, and they were like, collect them all and you can build a big mega city. And then, okay, this was like the worst thing ever in the history of micro machines. They actually had the audacity to change the color of the roads. And yes, I know that's closer to reality. Some of you are gonna be like, come on, JB, you know that people pave roads and some look newer than others and all that. But the bad thing about it was is that my mega city was totally bad. I mean, they always there's always spots where the roads would be plain gray with yellow lines in the center. And there would be roads that were just dark gray with no lines, and I was like, okay, this just looks totally weird. I guess I was just really OCD about color. Yeah, I know, it's just totally strange. But anyway, I had fun with Micro Machines, and one of my favorite things to do with Micro Machines was getting a car, like one of those little Micro Machines cars, and just hiding it somewhere and just playing with my dad or somebody and just seeing if they could find it. And most of the time there would be this garage that would be a part of one of the sets, and we just stuff a car in there. And yeah, that wasn't exactly a very clever place because it had this door that was kind of semi-transparent and you can sort of see through it. So yeah, that was probably not the best place to hide, but oh well. Alright, I'm going to make a wedge here, like that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you definitely don't want to waste blocks on this level. So speaking of mega cities, I also was a fan of SimCity when I was a kid. Come on, you guys played SimCity, right? I mean, some of you guys probably still play SimCity, or maybe at least The Sims. But SimCity, it was one of my favorite games, and I didn't grow up on SimCity Classic. Some of you guys grew up on SimCity Classic, and you guys, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, come on, JB, you're not a real SimCity fan unless you played SimCity Classic. And I know, but I loved SimCity 2000, alright? It was one of my favorite games to play as a kid, and it definitely held me over. Tied me over? Is that the proper phrase? It definitely held me over until SimCity 3000 came out. And I love SimCity 3000, especially the music. The music was amazing. Like, they had that one tune that was really popular and it went da 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 da. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about, right? If you played SimCity, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, SimCity 2000, despite the kind of weird music, it had some really awesome stuff in it. I'm not gonna lie. The disasters were really fun, and the one thing that I just could not get enough of was in the little package thing I got, they always had this city customization thing that you could use, and you could paint the buildings however you wanted to. Some people came up with some pretty interesting building scheme things where they would come up with their own building sets, where certain designs for buildings will replace others, and some people create futuristic looking designs, and some other people didn't. But the main thing is that the one thing I loved doing with this was not painting, because I was a really horrible painter, and that holds true even in real life outside the computer. The one thing I loved doing all the time was cheating by using the place any building you want in your city thing that city building thing provided. And yeah, this was separate from the original game, but you could save that file as a city, and it still worked, which was really awesome. And okay, I'm gonna do it this way. And so I would put all these arcologies, and if you're a science fiction fan, you know what an arcology is. It's like a place where a bunch of people can live, basically. And I would put all these arcologies in the city just so that my population can grow, because my philosophy was, hey, population growth equals more people, and more people equals money. Awesome, And so I would just do this, and then I would start the game up. And of course, crime was at an all-time high, and it was pretty bad. Like, the city was just in ruins, all because everything was just overpopulated and stuffed to the brim. And yeah, it wasn't a very good place to live. So eventually, I got this message, and I don't know if anyone knows about this, but there's this message that came up on the screen saying, "The Exodus has begun." And I was like, what? No, come on, don't leave the city. And so then all of a sudden the arcologies just started exploding, like, spontaneously. Now, I read somewhere that what they were really doing was they were rockets, and they were kind of, going toward the next stage of human development. They were going out into space or something like that. But honestly, I don't know if I buy that. Maybe that is true, but it looked like they were exploding. And okay, I guess that would make sense if they're exploding and they're talking about Exodus. But I guess when I was a little kid, I did think that, and I still could kind of wonder if maybe they were just exploding the buildings while leaving. They were just blowing them up and like, hey, we don't want to live here anymore, so we can explode. I don't know, but anyway, SimCity 2000 was fun. 3000, like I said, music was cool. SimCity 4, I haven't really played it too much. I do have a copy of it, and I did start playing it, but I just haven't gotten very far on it. So, yeah, SimCity 4, it's really awesome because it has the cool God mode where you could just reshape all the terrain however you want before you even start, which is so nice. Because I always despised having to do that while I was mayor, having to form the land just how you wanted to and all that. And I know that's a real life thing that people have to deal with, and I almost messed up there. Whoa. um, but anyway, it was just so nice just to be able to do that and just send all the disasters like meteors and everything that you want to before you even started the city building. And they had a really nice tutorial for city building too. So yeah, SimCity, definitely one of my favorites. Sim Tower though, that was my all-time favorite. I don't know why. I think just because I like the idea of building one building versus a whole city. And you could do all kinds of fun stuff like build those elevators and see people crowding into them. And if there was like 10 people in one elevator, they'd all turn red and be like, hey, we don't want to be stuffed in here, so you should, just burn. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, SimCity, or not SimCity, Sim Tower was just really fun. And then, of course, they always had the hilarious movie theater movies that they would show. And you can actually, like, right-click on the movie theater or something, and you can just see what movies they're showing. They're like parodies of Godzilla and all these famous movies like Jaws and disaster movies and, all those kinds of things. So yeah, Sim Tower, one of my all-time favorites. Definitely go play it if you can get your hands on a copy of it. So let's see, what other sim games are there? Oh yeah, Sim Park. I always enjoyed Sim Park. That was really fun, I gotta admit. I don't know why I enjoyed it so much. I mean, it was more of a kid's game than the other sim games. I mean, they even brought this out. I think they even had like Maxime Kids, when they showed the Maxime logo at the very, not Maxime, Maxis. I knew there was something wrong with that. I guess because Maxis just sounds so close to the word Maxime, so every time I hear Maxime, I think of this character on this show I used to be involved with. Some villain. I think his name was Maxime. But yeah, Maxis was the name of the company that made SimCity. But yeah, Sim Park, getting back on my train of thought, Sim Park was really fun. It was definitely a very enjoyable game. They always had this frog that would always help you out. I mean, this frog was like this huge, colorful character, and he'd pop out of the corner of the screen. He'd be like, "Yo, buddy," and say all these things, and he would give you tips on how to, use the computer in the park ranger's office, because you were a park ranger. You had to use a computer to find out about the plants and whatnot, and it was always fun. I always enjoyed it. I mean, some people may kind of find it boring, but I thought it was fun. I really did. The fun thing, though, was like playing that game where you had to find out what the plants and trees were, and of course, like building things all around your park and having to decide what animals survived in your climate. And I'm hoping this is not a mess. Okay, good. Didn't mess it up. Good to know. Okay. So yeah, that was always the fun part. And of course, getting emails from people, because your boss was like the meanest person in the world. No joke. Your boss was so mean. Like, she would send you all these emails like, "You're not doing a good enough job as park ranger. So, I can tell you that because I'm your boss." So yeah, that was not very nice. And then of course, you get really nice emails from people who enjoy your park, and environmental groups that'd be like, "Hey, you're taking care of the environment, awesome," And then you'd get emails from people who would just, be facetious or just try to be mean for no good reason. Like, there was this kid who, I think his name was like Bubba or something. Yeah, his name was Bubba. And he said an email saying, "I throw rocks in the ground, I litter all over the place, so there," And I was like, what? Who sends an email like that? I mean, really? Okay, guys, it's getting close on time here. Actually, wait. No, it's 8:66 seconds. Okay. We still got some time left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all this in this video, but we're almost done, and telling the stories has passed some time, so that's helped keep my sanity in this level. Anyway, Sim Park was really fun. I gotta admit, I really miss it a lot. I have not played it in so many years. I'm trying to remember anything else in that game that was really interesting, but I can't think of anything else. I always loved to put playgrounds. Like, I always filled up my park with like 5 playgrounds. Because when you're a kid, there's nothing better in life, you know? Alright, I think I'm really going to have to stop here and resume here in a sec. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, everybody, I'm back to get this last chip, and here we go. Awesome. And now we can go move on to the exit and on to greener pastures. Alright, sorry for delaying there on Vanishing Act, but I hope it wasn't too bad, and I hope we will have a more productive video next time, so see you then.